Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Never7, the end of Infinity. Well, last time we had some interesting stuff to do with Haruka. We went fishing with her and kind of learned a little bit about how she thinks of the world. Not exactly the best outlook on life, it seems like. I believe she has no heart. Yeah, she's a bright and chipper lady there. So let's get going and find out what's going to happen next time. Haruka's serious face, which seems to be shining to me, is something that I feel the want to protect. And so we didn't stop fishing until the late afternoon. We only took a break to head back to Luna Beach for lunch. We caught nothing since Haruka released every single fish she caught. Nevertheless, it was surprisingly fun. Afterwards, we returned to fishing and remained that way up until now. I decided to try to ask her about Saki. About what happened between you and Saki. When you told me you two were talking about fishing, that was a lie, wasn't it? I was hoping so. And what was it? What did you say to Saki?
それ言ったら、誠はきちんと答えてくれる?
Why would I have to answer a question about what you said to Saki? Of course.
本当に?
Yeah, I promise you. She puts a lot of emphasis on the word promise. Haruka puts away the fishing rods and looks at me.
キスしたことある?
Uh-huh.
キスって何?
Hold on. This is what you were asking Saki?
キスしたことありますかって?
Okay. She's lying again. Judging by how those two were acting at that time, there was no way they were talking about that. Even so, I say... Just gonna keep doing this. This is the rest of Let's Play. 100 more episodes of me just... Seriously, I don't know how to choose for these folks. Probably would say how. Since she's wanting honesty. That'd probably be the proper thing to choose. Yeah. Shift isn't the thing that progresses this. I have. What am I saying? The conversation's getting more and more sidetracked.
キスってどんな感じがするものなの?
Haruka asked me this with the innocent expression of a curious young girl. This is bad. Everything's going at Haruka's pace. If I don't change the subject soon, then... Shouldn't ask something like that.
そうなの?
Yeah.
じゃあ、どうして人はキスするの?
It's probably to demonstrate their love and confirm their feelings for each other.
確かめ合う?
It's difficult to explain with words.
じゃあ、キスして.
Yeah, of course that was gonna happen. Of course. What?
キス.
Haruka draws her face close to mine. Her expression begins to overwhelm my senses. Heart feels like it's bursting out of my chest. Still a glance at Haruka's face. No, I can't kiss you for a reason like that.
じゃあ誠には私に対する愛情がないってこと?
Dang, these choices. Who answered that? There's no good way to answer that. So I'll just say, how should I answer that? I don't think it's probably not the right thing to say, but that's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. Now, Haruka's face gets gloomy as I struggle over my reply. Please don't look at me with that sad face. Decide not to run away and grant Haruka's wish. Alright, I understand. Well then, close your eyes. Fasten your seatbelts. Multiple seatbelts. Multiple seatbelts because this buggy's going places. I ain't the smoothest guy. As I speak, Haruka closes her eyes and I stare at her face. And the theme music for the whole game starts. Probably an important moment, I guess. Haruka's cheeks quiver like jelly from nervousness. Her beckoning small lips glisten. Gently kiss Haruka on the forehead. It's just a peck and lasted for only a moment. For some reason, I feel embarrassed and quickly draw back. Haruka's eyes suddenly open and she stares at me. And her eyes are strange. And red. Strange. When I turn Haruka's gaze, a faint blush appears on her cheeks. She quickly averts her gaze towards the ground. Can't comprehend how I feel. It's like happiness, but I can't quite explain it. Sun is setting. We decide to finish putting away the fishing gear. Our heightened awareness of each other made the trip back to the lodge a quiet one. Once we return to the lodge, it still feels kind of awkward, so we retreat into our respective rooms. Thank goodness Yuka and the others aren't back yet. Once I finish changing, I throw myself onto the bed. Haruka's face faintly forms on the ceiling. What do you think of Haruka? Really just think of her like a daughter? And so we kissed. It was just on the forehead. Yeah, I was going to say that's fatherly. Why didn't I kiss her on the lips back then? At that moment I hear Okuhiko's voice. To get out of bed, I wonder what's going on. He sounds furious. I open the window to find Okuhiko on the terrace. He's approaching someone against the wall while yelling at him. I'm getting a bad feeling about this, as they seem to do a lot of times, so I rush out of the room. I open the front door and look towards the terrace. I can see Okuhiko's back. He's talking to Haruka. From here I can hear their conversation clearly. What business is it of his?
Makoto は優しくしてくれる。
優しい？石原が？あいつは低俗なだけだ。どうせ何か魂胆があるに決まってるさ。
私たちは信じ合ってるの。奥彦にはわからない。
はるかちゃんこそ石原のこと分かってないよ。
私と誠のことは奥彦には関係ない。
いや、ある。関係あるよ。はるかちゃん、僕は君のことを。
Just then, Haruka shoves him aside as she tries to walk away. Before she can, Okuhiko turns around and quickly grabs her by the arm. That time, their eyes lock onto me. A blush rapidly spreads across Haruka's face. Okuhiko loudly clicks his tongue and lets go of Haruka's arm. When I step onto... Oh, she's always had red eyes, don't she? Oh, my bad. When I step onto the terrace, Haruka runs right towards me. Wow, you sure have a way with the ladies, almighty Okuhiko-kun. Whatever. Haruka, let's go.
待って。ちゃんと誠が言って。
Huh?
私と誠信じ合ってるってこと。どんなことがあっても。
Wait a minute.
奥彦に言ってあげて。奥彦には関係ないんだって。
Hey, what's all this about?
どうして黙ってるの？
Is she trying to confirm my feelings for her? Up until earlier, wasn't she the one who said she didn't understand that? In my silence, Haruka delivers the final blow.
私たち信じ合えてないってこと？
That's not it. That's not.
私のこと何とも思ってないの？ キスもしてくれたのに。
キスだって。石原
Figured he would like that
君って
statement.
男は
Listen, Haruka, it wasn't like that at all
ど
earlier.
ういう意味？
It wasn't about how I felt about you. It was because both of them seem like no-win statements. Although in a way, I guess you could interpret it, if she told him to and he did, that's kind of a trusty thing, sort of. It also would make it seem like she's really bossy too, or that it's not a win anyway. I don't think. Oh, good grief! This game, dang it! Calls. Makoto's come up with words for me before, so. And I chose a lesser one. He does come up sometimes with his own words, so sometimes maybe he'll come up with something good. Calls. Really? 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 Okuhiko punches me in the face. That's just wrong. Why would he do something? Seriously. I take back that statement that I made a few episodes ago about how he's probably misunderstood and he's probably really not a bad guy. This guy's a jerk face. At that instant, Okuhiko punches me right in the face, making me fall to my knees.
はるかちゃんになんてことをするんだ。君の持ち物じゃないんだぞ。
He's saying she does to you? I spit out saliva and stand up. Okuhiko has seized Haruka's shoulders.
はるかちゃん、こんないい加減なやつのどこがいいんだ。僕は違う。信じるなんてレベルじゃない。愛しているんだ。
You were also making some moves on Saki and, I don't know.
わからないのかい？僕を見るんだ。君を愛している男がここにいる。
Haruka turns her head away from Okuhiko and looks at me. Her expression darkens.
私、わからない。
はるかちゃん。
Stop it, Okuhiko. Haruka is starting to find her heart.
引っ込んでいたまえ。はるかちゃんのことを愛してもいないくせに。
You've already got plenty of other girls, you know. What about Saki? Why are you so constantly hitting on her if you don't even like her?
あれは君、彼女の恋に応えてやったまでのことじゃないか。
Don't screw with me. You've just been jealous ever since Haruka and I made our promise, right? So you chose Saki. Just what you do. Just what do you think Saki is?
さき。さきは嫌。
Uh-oh.
取り上げるから。いつも。だから。
The two know each other from before? Now Haruka did have a bad feeling before they entered the place before, which is where they met Saki. I can't remember how she reacted first off when she showed up. I can't remember. I know she was not happy most of the time they were there. There already some bad blood, or is this bad blood that's coming up, and somehow if they're repeating time the same week, maybe that bad blood is being remembered in this cycle? I don't know.
大丈夫だよ、はるかちゃん。サキちゃんのことは関係ない。僕はあの子のことなんかどうでもいい。なんとも思っちゃいないんだ。
I hope she's standing right there inside the window listening in. The dry sound echoes. Oh, sweet, she is! Taken aback, we all turn towards the sound. Saki is standing frozen by the front door, carrying her basket. By her feet are tennis rackets scattered about.
私それじゃ
違うんだ、サキちゃん。これには訳が。
Saki begins to run away and Okahiko rushes after her. This is turning into some kind of soap opera type stuff. Sort of. She violently slaps Okahiko's extended hand away. I frantically jump out of the front door. That time, Yuka and Karumi return while laughing about something. Saki throws the basket onto the staircase. She then vexingly crashes it with her foot. She crushes it. The sound of wood snapping is heard. The basket has now broken apart. Plastic tableware scatters everywhere.
さきさんどうしちゃったの
Yuka and Karumi rush over to us. Their expressions completely changed. Saki won't come down. Yeah, what should I do? I've just been punched once. Don't want to get hit again. So I'm not getting anywhere near. I'm just gonna be like, calm down, Saki. Calm down. Take a chill pill. Goose Braba. 1, 2, 3, what the heck is bothering me? That sort of thing, you know. Saki, calm down. Getting angry and going on a rampage won't accomplish anything. He said it kind of makes you feel better at the time, which is not a good thing to tell her. It don't make you feel better afterwards, but it does make you feel better at the time. Saki looks at me. The anger in her eyes is still blazing like an inferno. Shit. Saki's face all boiled up in rage is truly terrifying. That is a pretty scary face. Because of her strong feelings towards Okahiko. It's obvious that she hates him for the heartbreak he just put her through. Saki-san, please calm down for now. Come on, this might just be a huge misunderstanding on everyone's part. If we're gonna talk about it together, we can sort this out and say, oh, so that's all it was, later on.
話し合いね
Yes, that's good. Let's do it, right, Saki? Don't put your hand, yeah, do that. I place a hand on Saki's shoulder. That instant, Saki violently flings my hand off of her. Could be worse. She could go like, and then flip them. You know, and there'd be spikes on the ground and it go through like it's gut or something. That would be bad.
慣れ慣れしく触らないで
I think that'd be a game over, right? Saki's expression is even angrier than before. Did I just add fuel to the fire? May as well douse her with gasoline.
話し合いですってそんな余地がどこにあるっていうのお友達ごっこはもううんざりだわ
I try to open my mouth to see if I can fix the situation, but Saki doesn't even let me do that. Should do is whisper to Yuka or message to Yuka. She's your friend. Calm her down. Or she's your associate. That sounds formal. They know each other.
私がいいって言うまで話さないで何言ってるのサキうるさいわねユウカあなたは黙って絵描いてなさいよ
Oh, okay, well. Never mind, she wouldn't do no good.
サキ
Saki glares at Okahiko, whose shoulders shoot up with a star. Kurumi runs over to Saki and clings to her.
サキさんやめてやだよこんなの見たくないよ私に触らないで
Whoa, crowd. The next instant, Saki violently thrusts Kurumi away. Throws Kurumi right onto the stairs. Kurumi gasps loudly and stares dumbfoundedly at Saki. Really, the choices? Why? Why so many daggum choices here? It's like this is a choose your own adventure or something. Perhaps I should have tried to restrain her. No, I just would have wound up like Kurumi there. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe if I choose the top one there, maybe it'll make her look at what she just did and she'll feel, and then it'll calm her down. Or she could just go on her regular non-Bruce Banner type rage attack here. Saki, how could you? Good. Saki's expression warps into shock. I think she probably realizes what she just done. Just then, Haruka rushes down the terrace and quickly helps Kurumi up. The slender Haruka takes her hands and gently strokes Kurumi's back.
大丈夫?
Kurumi begins to sob heavily. Haruka glares sharply at Saki. She stands up. She starts to get closer and closer to Saki. I automatically hold my breath. She's gonna slap her.
私に近寄らないで。何よ。来ないでよ。クローンに用はないわ。
Clone law. Is that related to that? It's raining loud outside. In an instant, it feels like the world has stopped. She says Haruka's a clone. Haruka's a clone! Well, that kind of explains some stuff about how she might feel, and depending on her upbringing, why she thinks the stuff she does. Did she actually have parents, or was she raised by the scientists who don't care about stuff that parents would? An existence created by using part of some person's cells to artificially fertilize an egg. Duplication, so to speak. Copies. Haruka's a clone? I recall memories of Haruka from 2 days ago. The Haruka who watched the water dripping from the faucet. The enthusiastic Haruka who forgot herself as much as she could when she went fishing with me. The Haruka who asked me to kiss her. That face, that blushing face. Same Haruka is a clone. Look at Haruka, her expression unwavered, as if she's accepting it. Many others look at Saki with dubious eyes.
嘘じゃないわ。私は知ってる。知ってるの。
信じられないな。
その子の顔見たらどう？認めているって顔だわ。
She has a tattoo that says, "Hello, I'm a clone. How are you?" on it. Oh, did he see that tattoo just now or something?
分かった奥彦くん。あなたが愛してる女の正体が。
仮にね、はるかちゃんがクローンだとしても珍しい話じゃないよ。10年前とは違うんだから。今や小学生1000人中1人や2人の割合ってのが常識だよ。
Some for some ex-governors.
確かに9年前からクローン受精は法律で認められてるのよね。
そうだよ。サキちゃんも古臭いこと言わない方がいいよ。僕たちの世代にはそういう意識はないのが普通だからね。
That's right, the existence of clones is legal. In the past, those who created clones were accused of having committed a grave sin, and the clones themselves were also persecuted by humans. But why? Okiko's and Yuka's defense sounded a bit off. Plus, they could, the clones could get really pissed off at their treatment, and they could really start like a revolution, and it would break out into a war, and then they would call it the Clone Wars. Wait, I have a feeling there might be some copyright issues with that. They'd have to... Can you copyright the name of a war? Good question. It is a good question. I don't think you can you? That'd be crazy if you could. It'd be horrible. It sounded empty forced. Sounded like Haruka was the first clone they'd actually known was a clone, so they just pulled whatever facts they had on hand to create a so-called defense. Though I'm no better, she's the first person I've known was a clone as well. Saki's whole body shakes as she opens her mouth.
立派ね。ご立派なゼミ仲間だわ。あ、待ってサキ。
When she sees Saki begin to run, Yuka chases after her. They head down the road towards the summer house. Can't see Yuka anymore. She runs past us faster than a raging storm, leaving us stranded. An awkward atmosphere hangs in the air. Though Okuhiko had said clones were not unusual in our society, he still looked rather shocked. The girl he liked is a clone. It's obviously not something familiar to him, so of course he's bothered by it. Kurumi continues to sob heavily. She probably just still doesn't comprehend what had just happened. Pick up the pieces of the broken basket. I suddenly feel someone glancing at me, so I raise my head to find Haruka staring straight at me. Is what Saki said earlier true?
だから、私には心がないの。
Haruka.
誰かの代わりだから。コピーに過ぎないから。
That's not
驚いた？
That's not true. It's not true.
そう。
Haruka quickly looks away from me and slowly opens the front door. Automatically run after her. Haruka! How do I put this? Hope you folks enjoyed this. I'm going to end it here. I have had too many choices today. Seriously. That's a lot of choices. I don't know what type of alternate realities I've caused, but yeah. I think I'm going to say don't worry about it, but that'll be next time. So, I do sincerely hope you folks enjoyed this, and this was actually quite an important episode. Learned a lot. We learned some good facts, some good factoids about Haruka, about Saki having a background to know that sort of thing, or some sort of reason to know about that. That Okuhiko truly is an asshole. We know that for a fact now. Although they'll probably still somehow do the twist where he's not a bad guy. They always do that in these anime things. They don't do it very often. I mean, I can only name like Vegeta, Piccolo, Tien. Oh yeah, only 3. And that, well, actually, that's just from one thing. So yeah. That was mostly it, though, wasn't it? It's this whole clone thing, and I'm guessing that's going to play a big part into it. So, I don't know if that's a basis for what's happening or not. I don't know if that's or just a little side tidbit or something of personality for her. So, anyway, as I said, probably 15 minutes ago when I started wrapping this up. Actually, it was just 2 minutes ago. Hope you folks enjoy this, and I shall see you in the next one. Farewell there, folks.